toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go to work first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Matthews. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The screen, and watch out. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield. It's Aguilar. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean?
Breaks into the open. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Vols pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quick completion on the out route. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense.
Beck's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Caught near the sideline, it's Gilmore.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Secures it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fires it down the seam. Wide open downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. They're working that left side. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Gets it out fast. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown ball! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. When you go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Makes the catch. It's wrong. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Back to pass. It's Boley. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man in the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Bishop. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Dropping back, it's Boley. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Tennessee! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's going to throw deep right side. It's caught. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving. Midfield. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. It was about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw him out of rhythm. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Quickly complete. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. And the Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Grab behind the line. It's Matthews. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll give it to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Boley. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To throw, it's Boley. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. 1st down for this offense. Looking for a crease. It's McGowan. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Rodriguez. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Tight end getting vertical. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking for space. It's Thomas. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man, it's Staley. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Volunteers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven.
There he goes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw, it's Bolden. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Matthews. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements.
Looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the